What is up, everybody? It is May 15th, 2026, Friday afternoon, and I'm going to go through my picks for this weekend's fight, the UFC fight, that is. I know there's a big Netflix card this weekend. Uh, yeah, Allen versus Costa. And also just wanted to talk about last week's card briefly. I did pretty good on predictions on Strickland versus Chimaev, UFC 328, that is. If we go here, 9 out of 13. I mean, that's more than half, but as you could see in the rankings, I was 3,600, which, it's the top half. So, of course, got the main event wrong. Uh, Co-main wrong. That's been quite a theme this year. I have not gotten a lot of main events right, but you know, we're gonna start now. Volkov, I had him. Brady decision. Gautier knockout, of course. I had Alvarez. This was a big one. Great fight too. Amasov, really impressive. Um, and yeah, the way he gets to submissions is just different. Like, I don't know. And Alvarez, I thought he was going to be way better. Do way better. He felt more like the new school of welterweights, but no, Amazov's good. Had Dawson over on Bechke. Making that pick hurt me, but I had a feeling it would happen. And he got the submission right at the end. Some weird striking by Dawson. A lot of kicks. He was really trying to show off on the feet, and that didn't really work out for him. He just went back to the grappling, got it done. Uh, Gordon, I had him. He lost, dove right into a guillotine. I just saw a tweet from him kind of taking responsibility for that, which is kind of cool to see from a fighter. A lot like to make excuses when they lose, but he says he knew about it. He knew about Miller's guillotine, and he just in the moment didn't work out. Kopylov over Tulio, and yeah, not a bad week, but that'll be that. All right, let's go back to these picks and get into this. Not a not like the greatest card in the world, but there's a couple good fights on here. Starting off, this is one of them. This is a great fight. Shauna Bannon and Nicole Cagliari. Uh, 50-50 on the odds. Now, Bannon, I really just I like I have to pick against her usually. I don't know. Ever since the Puja Tomar submission, like I thought I was real crafty picking Puja Tomar. I remember that. Might have had a bet on her too. I don't remember, but when she dropped Shauna Bannon with a kick, I think it was, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm the smartest." And then somehow she threw it all away and got submitted. And then Sam Hughes just submitted Shauna Bannon, so on a rough, or well, not a streak, but just had a loss. I mean, Sam Hughes is pretty good as far as women goes. She's not like up at the title challenge level, but she's all right. And Cagliari, not too familiar with. I guess I've been watching her for over a year now, but not too much to remember. Went to split decision with Carrie Kate. Yeah, I can't remember much of that. Judice, I remember. Judice is that real good striker from. She's like the female Poirier right now. And she got her with that liver shot. That was impressive. So losses to decent people. 8-4, 7-2 the records. Looks like Shauna Bannon's going to be a little bigger, a little older. Uh, Not too much to think about. I don't know. I'm spending much time on this, but I'll just go Cagliari decision, and we'll move on to Daniel Perez and Luis Gurul. Now Gurul, he's he's been around the prelims a couple times now. 3 losses. Uh, he always looks okay against these guys. Like he's not, except for Ode Osborne. But these last two against pretty good fighters. I mean, definitely Alden Correa. He's always looking pretty impressive. And Aguilar, yeah, he's not bad either. But he always kind of just, I don't know, doesn't do enough. He kind of just stands there at range, lands a couple shots. He's like a NPC. He's very NPC fighting right now. And almost even odds. A lot of people are going with Perez. I think I probably will end up doing that too. And the main factor with me is just the experience. I feel like Gruel's 10-3. He was 10-0. You know, one of these undefeated fighters. He's really been humbled since coming to the UFC. And Perez, you know, he was around a long time before he got in UWC. I don't know if I ever heard of that promotion, but uh, he's been around the UFC a lot longer too. Not very active, but yeah, I just think the experience is going to allow Perez to just probably win in the same way these other guys have been beating him, kind of just a NPC fight, and just get the better of him. Yeah, two decisions started off. Up next, we got Alice Ardeline and Poliana Viana. The Instagram matchup, some are calling it. Uh, they're both big social media influencers, attractive, of course. Um, but yeah, I do think Ardeline's a little more in it. Viana feels like she's kind of on her way out. She's got, you know, I don't know. She just wants to be an influencer. They both do, but it feels like Ardeline's not at the point where she can get out yet. I think Viana might be at the point where she can go do something else because everybody's seen her. I don't know. This is not the type of breakdowns I should be doing. I should probably be breaking down their fighting styles, but to be honest, I don't know them that well. We go off their records. She had a win over Montserrat, uh, not the greatest fighter, and Rayanne Dos Santos. I'm not sure who that is, but I think she's been around a while. Lost to Shauna Bannon. That's kind of not great. But yeah, Viana's. I looked at her record the other day. You know, she's losing bad to all these people, but they are pretty decent. Amarim, Robertson, Lucindo, Ricci. Hasn't won in 3.5 years, and that was over Jin Fry, who I don't rate very highly. Uh, gonna be a big reach advantage for her. I don't know if that's gonna come into play. Yeah, I'm just kind of gonna have to go with the odds here because it'd be kind of fun to go pick Viana, but if I'm wrong, it's kind of gonna bite me in the ass. But I don't have too many opinions on this fight. Moving on. Now I got tons of opinions on this fight. This is great matchmaking right here. Petrosky, Brundage, kind of similar types of fighters. Came in as big wrestlers. You know, their game plan usually is to wrestle, but I'd say Brundage is more of the more willing to strike. Petrosky's kind of lost if he has to stay on the feet. I think GM3 did that to him once, and he just barely beat him. Uh, but they are both big grapplers, so I hope this fight stays on the feet, and that's why I'm gonna go with Brundage. I think he might get a knockout here. I know I saw a couple other prediction channels going with this kind of you know underdog pick. I don't know. It just feels like it's gonna play out on the feet, and I think Brundage might be a better striker. Petrosky, anytime it's on the feet with him, it just doesn't look good. Um, unless he's clinching guys up against the cage. Uh, Which, yeah, I think Brundage will be able to defend any of that off if it happens. So, you know, Brundage has been on a legendary loss spree streak. It's only three, but it's been in such quick succession. It feels like he's on like every Apex card. And but yeah, I think he might get his W here over a guy Petrosky. I've liked him for a long time. He's definitely a guy I normally pick. I watched the season of the Ultimate Fighter he was on. Did he win? No, I don't think so. But he was real close, and they signed him anyway. And he has a surprisingly good UFC record. I think he's like 8-4 or something. Uh, was like, yeah, I guess we could just check right here. Yeah, 8-4, and I mean, he was 8-2 before his last two losses. I was like, dang, that's a good ass record. But yeah, I gotta go with what I think is gonna happen here, and I do think Brundage has a shot. We go KO round two. Up next, another women's fight. Ketlin Vieira and Jacqueline Cavalcanti. This is a good one though. I think they're both pretty decent strikers. I do think Cavalcanti's gonna get my vote on this one. She's young on a big win streak. No one's really given her any problems lately. She's kind of just outstruck anyone she's come up against. Vieira, on the other hand, she's had a couple losses. She's a win loss. She might win though, if she wants to keep up the streak. But nah, I think Cavalcanti is gonna be able to just do what she normally does. Uh, just box him out. Uh, Same height, a little bit of reach for Cavalcanti. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that by decision. Up next, Tommy Gant and Artur Minev. Uh, Never seen either of these guys. Oh, I must have saw Gant on. I might not have. I would watch Contender Series when I got home from work, and I'd try to watch it on the ride home. Uh, and that's not a very good idea, but I do remember when I'm like stuck in traffic or something, I watched like Peyton Talbot on the Contender Series when I was like in traffic on a highway. But I might have watched this, I might not have. I kind of stopped doing that, so I just watch it when I get home, so I would miss the first couple fights. But I don't remember this, but I hear he's real good. I haven't watched any tape on him. I know that's not great, but getting a bunch of finishes, undefeated, 11-0, and Minev, late replacement, which leaves me a little wary. I mean, late repre- ugh, late replacements have been doing real good lately. I feel like that's kind of a cheat code to come in late against your opponent. It seems like it just confuses them, and unless they're really good, you might be able to pull something off. But I am not gonna go with him. I'm gonna have to just go again. From what I heard, does a lot of submissions. That's what a lot of people are going with. I'm gonna just go ahead with that. Up next, oh my God, another great fight. Tuco Tacos and Ivan Erslan are facing off. Two of light heavyweight's finest. Uh, Now these guys are bottom of the barrel light heavyweights. Really, they're not young. Uh, they're big. They don't have good records. But they're here. They're in the UFC, and I can't even imagine how this fight's gonna go. Like, are they gonna try to grapple? I just, I think that's what Tacos does. Yeah, he got a submission on Junior Tafa. Uh, Decision loss to Sterling. That's starting to look okay because Sterling's starting to look, like a prospect. I mean, he already was, but now he's got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 wins. And Urslan on a big 3-fight lose streak. Oh, also to Sterling. So these were the guys Sterling was taking to decision early on in his UFC career. Man, a split loss to Kutelaba. That might be good. Kutelaba, you never know with that guy. And before that, he was in KSW. Pretty good promotion. While as this guy was in Fury, also pretty decent promotion. But yeah, I ain't got much to say about this one. I know I just said a bunch of shit, but we go Tuco Tacos. Underdog. A lot of people are picking him as an underdog. But yeah, I just have no idea what these guys are gonna do. Yeah, I'll just take him decision. This could be a boring card if it goes my way. Up next, we got Veritenikov and Chaos Williams coming back. Haven't seen Williams in a while. I like this guy. He's got cool striking, cool name, and for a while there, I thought he might do something in the welterweight division, but Bonfim came around and just absolutely destroyed him. And then he lost this decision to Gustafsson. That was a kind of a close fight, if I remember correctly. But it did go Gustafsson's way, uh, who ended up not being so good himself, I don't think. But I don't know. I'm calling this a bounce back moment for Williams. Uh, Guys, or Veritenikov, guys have had a hard time finding this guy's chin. I know, who did he fight? Who the hell? Oh, this isn't the guy that fought Gautier. That's who I thought of. Who am I thinking of? Atiba Gautier, the guy who fought last week. Who's the guy? Who's the Russian guy he fought? Come on. All right. Is my internet out or something? What the hell's going on? There we go. Pulev. Jeez. Well, that was a waste of time. But anyway, not Pulev. Varetnikov. Yeah, he's I don't know. Seems pretty decent. The loss to Vanderford was kind of surprising to me because you know I didn't think Vanderford was coming over from Bellator, and I don't know. I didn't think he was all that great, but he out wrestled him easily. Williams, I don't think he's going to be able to wrestle. If anything, Varetnikov will, but I think somehow Williams is just going to do some cool shit on the feet, find his chin, and that's all I got to say about that. Up next, Timmy Kwamba and Bernardo Sopai. This is a good fight. I can't believe Sopai's only 25. It feels like this Oliveira fight, yeah, 2 years ago. Wow. He's got a lot of time. And, from what people say, Sopai is good, but, he just had that one loss to Oliveira. But, yeah, something must be going on with him because he hasn't fought in a year and 3 months. I don't know if he's injured or was injured, but Kwamba, he's a little more active. He's been fighting every 6 months. He's got two UFC wins. I don't know if he was a dog in the other ones, but this one's moving to a pick'em. He was a dog, and I'm gonna go with Kwamba. He seems. I remember. I don't know when he was walking out. Someone talking about how he's been basically training MMA his whole life, and I like that. And he looks like he has. He's a real complete fighter. The grappling's there, striking looks good. Maybe not the most power, but uh, hitting people with stuff like flying knees. I mean, this guy, he knows a thing about the flying knee. So yeah, I'm gonna say Kwamba. Maybe. I mean, we know Sopaj can get tired. That's how Oliveira got him with the flying knee. So maybe something similar will happen. Maybe we'll go Kwamba knockout round 3. Maybe he'll tire him out with the wrestling and then find his chin. But yeah, we'll see. Up next, we got Modestas Bukauskas and Christian Edwards. Now, I've been hearing a lot about this Christian Edwards guys this week. He was in Bellator. I don't, maybe before I started watching, either that or he was just not of note at all. Only 27. I know Bellator had a lot of those like wrestler guy, like college wrestlers they would bring in, like undefeated dudes like Jordan Newman. Maybe he's one of those. And he lost with a 10-finger guillotine to Raheem Cleveland. I actually just heard that term for the first time this week. I think a 10-finger guillotine. I'm not sure what it is. I don't train, so might have to look that up or something. But he lost at one of those. Went to the regionals. Was all over the place. Apparently beat Jake Collier. People are telling me, don't be fooled. Like I'd be rating this Jake Collier win like real highly. Like this would be, I mean, easy pick if this guy beat Jake Collier. I mean, come on, man. But apparently Collier just injured his shoulder in the fight like immediately. So not a real win, people are saying. Uh, and other than that, he lost to Luke Fernandez and beat Glendale Whitney. No idea. He was 4-0. So who knows? He might be all right, but I do think Modestas is probably gonna knock his ass out. Love when Modestas' striking looks good. He's real clean. I know he just fumbled that fight to Krylov. Kind of a boring fight. Got held up against the cage for 3 rounds, and then Krylov came alive and took him out. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but kind of sucked to see. I'm a fan of him. Shout out Lithuania. Shout out Tom Aspinall. And I just like him when he can do his stuff. Again, I don't know much about the Sidebirds guy, but Kauska should put on a complete performance here over him, and that's what everybody else seems to think too. So yeah, moving on, we got Malcolm Wellmaker and Juan Diaz. Wellmaker coming after that short notice loss to Ethan Ewing. The Ethan Ewing filled in on short notice and has showed. I mean, since then, I think he beat another pretty decent guy too. So Ewing might just be real good. but Wellmaker was supposed to be real good, and now he lost. Can they both be real good, him and Ethan Ewing? Sure, why not? Maybe they'll rematch for the belt one day, like people say. He's going up against Juan Diaz here. 15-1, fought in Lux. I wonder if he was the champ. I watch Lux every once in a while. Now that Fight Pass is kind of gone, I don't really watch Lux anymore. But no, yeah, he was. He defended his belt twice, and then went to Contender Series. So Lux is a pretty decent league. It's like the premier Mexican league, maybe Combate, but to me it's Lux. And he's young. He's from Peru. Trains out of Mexico. I think he's Marino's gym. I think I heard something like that this week, but it says Entrim. I don't know. And this guy's gym. Not gonna say that and get demonetized. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just put my hope in Wellmaker, which it seems a lot are doing. This guy could be good, and that spinning elbow. I do remember this on Contender Series. That was sick. That was one of the spinning elbows of last year that went a little under the radar, but all good nonetheless. Yeah, let's just go with the classic Wellmaker round two. Love Wellmaker. Boxing's awesome. This guy, assume he's mostly a striker, so hopefully Wellmaker can, I don't know, throw some body work in there, maybe a kick. I, I don't know, but hopefully he'll get it done. Take it a knockout round two. Up next, I believe this is the co-main event. Yep, Do Ho Choi and Willie Cat Santos, Mini Oliveira. Or he's really not that many. He keeps missing weight. So soon enough, he might just be a lightweight too. Um, tough one. Santos, I do. He's better than, I don't know. I don't think he's that good, but he's been on a good win streak. He always looks decent, but he hasn't impressed me much. Not to say Duho Choi really has that much either. I know people forget, man, Cub Swanson. But since he's come back, that's kind of the era I know Duho Choi in, and he's better than I thought he was gonna be after he came back, but uh, not like insanely good. Uh, and also you gotta think Willie Cat's been taking on the Koreans lately. He's got another one in front of him. Could be I don't know, an advantage? Probably not. But surprisingly enough, I think I'm gonna go with Duho Choi here. He's more impressive to me, and Willie Cat, I don't know. The guys he's been fighting, not really like anything of note. Losing to Julio Arce, I mean that happens, but yeah, I can't believe he's been out 4 years now. Yeah, I think this will probably be a banger, like on the feet. Like they both seem like fighters who will be fine with that. Like I don't think anyone's gonna like throw any surprise grappling in there, but you never know. But Choi's been landing on people. He's still got power. He's still pretty fast, and yeah, I'm gonna take him knockout. I don't know about round two. I've taken a couple knockouts now. Oh, three knockout round twos in a row. Hey, who knows? Maybe you should parlay it together. Up next, you got the main event. Arnold Allen. Melquizael Costa. It's a great fight. Definitely going to be paying attention to this over the Rousey Carano card, depending on what's on. I mean, I'll have them both on. I'll be watching both, but yeah, I care more about this. I'm going with Allen. I don't, I don't really like it, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I've not gotten a lot of main events right, and there are just too many factors that go in Allen's way here for me. I mean, he's got the or well, not fight wise, he doesn't have the experience, but he's been fighting top guys way longer. He's been in 5 round fights. He's they're both southpaws, so Melky's not going to be able to rely on his kicks as much. I heard that from someone else. That was a good whoever said that. I think it was I don't remember. Sorry. Uh, I was watching something earlier this week while I was taking a walk, and yeah, that's gonna nullify a lot of Melky's kicking game, which is very good and creative. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Melky figured something out, even if they are both southpaws. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't kick. It just makes it a little harder. But yeah, Allen, He's not that old. He's, been fighting real good competition and looking decent against him. He's had a lot of losses lately. Uh, but he had like a 9 fight win streak before that, I think. Melky's on a 6 fight win streak right now. Pretty impressive. And that knockout to Ige. I mean, who does that to Dan Ige? Freaking spin kicked him right in the neck, pretty much. Uh, but yeah, gonna go with Allen. And yeah, that's pretty much it.